So I speedrun the seed from Dream Speedrunner versus 4 Hunters finale, and before we get into it, allow me to set the scene. So the overworld looks like this, and Dream's manhunt starts right around here. He runs through the plains, the forest, the plains before hopping into a ravine, then getting out of the ravine, getting food from the village, and running towards the ruined portal before heading into the mountains. Now the world's actual spawn is a little bit away from where he spawned in, but it's fine. Like Dream, I went and looted the village, and I also went to the ruined portal, but I entered at the ruined portal. Now here's how that actually looks like. So I spawned in, and you can immediately tell that this spawn is different from Dream's manhunt spawn. I started running through this forest, and some of these trees, they don't spawn in. Sometimes when you load up the seed, sometimes they do. It's really weird, but it would make it to where I had to like route differently depending on what trees were there or not there. Also, I'll be speeding up footage, so if you want to watch the actual raw footage run, it will be in the description. But after getting through the forest, I swam through a river and ran to the village. Here at the village, I made basic tools, so I made a wooden pickaxe, stone axe, and stone shovel. This was because I was gonna make an iron pickaxe later. I then grabbed some food and hunted down the iron golem. Now, this is where I reset a bunch because I ended up not getting enough iron from the golem. You have to get 5, otherwise it's a reset, so it's vital I get 5. Luckily here, I got 5, so we were good. I grabbed some extra wood and a bed before heading over to the ruined portal. So I broke the chest, and then I started crafting everything I needed to craft, which was a bucket, an iron pickaxe, and a gold shovel. Then I slowly built this really scuffed portal, but we made it to the nether, so it's okay. Pause. Now, I do have a map for the nether, but I didn't map Dream's route because he entered at a completely different location, so I couldn't find it. But I mapped mine, and I ran over to a bastion, traded with the piglin, then ran over to a fortress, got rods, then I ran over to a portal position and portaled out. I know it's vague, but here's how that actually looks like. So we spawned in the basalt biome, and I started running and had to do a bit of parkour, and then ran to this cave. Out of this cave is a ravine jump, and I missed this a few times and just fell, and you know. Luckily I didn't this time, and I continued through the basalt biome. After I got all the way through, I ran through a bit of soul sand valley before reaching the bastion. Now this bastion had no triple chest, which means at the top there was no triple chest setup. This is a stables bastion for reference, and I decided to go for the lower gold. So I got some goodies out of this chest and then mined over to where the gold is. Here, I just mined some gold, traded with the piglins, mined some gold, traded with the piglins, and just waited. After getting everything I needed, I pearled out. I had one small issue though with this loot, and it was that I only had 1 fire resistance potion, meaning I had to make it last. And one bad pearl later, I had to use it because I didn't want to die. But since the way to the fortress is like 400 blocks, may I let you know that only a small percentage of the people watching are actually subscribed, so you might want to consider. Hey, I'm just putting it out there. But after a bunch of traveling, finally we were able to see the fortress, and I pearled over there, and this was a terrible pearl. Like, it didn't go anywhere. So I had to stack up this wall slowly before getting to the blazes. Blazes were pretty standard this run. I just sat at the spawner, got the rods, sat at the spawner, got the rods. You know the drill by now. I left on 7, which was more than I planned on, but man, it's okay. And I had to take this different route over to where the portal would need to be built. This was because my fire resistance ran out. And normally I would just pearl through the lava pool, but I could not do that this time, or it would be death. So I took the side route, and as you can tell, I kind of didn't know what I was doing for part of the time because it was my first time doing it. So improvise, adapt, overcome, you know, the drill. But after a few close calls, I managed to get close to where the portal would need to be built. I opened up F3 and found the exact location and built the portal. This exact location is very important, otherwise I would be on the surface or be somewhere else that I didn't want to be. The portal lands us in the stronghold, and I had to go down this hallway, and I grabbed some bread, which I needed because I was out of food, yes, and ran down the hallway to the portal room. I crafted the eyes, then put the eyes in and entered the end. In the end, the terrain was kind of weird, so I had to move to the side before throwing a pearl mid. I set up the obsidian mid and then ran to the side, crafted my beds, which was really scuffed, then ran even further back. And when the dragon finally perched, I had to sprint towards the middle because I didn't have a pearl to pearl mid. And this was really, really close, but I made it just in time. This was Speedrunning Dream Speedrunner versus 400's finale. And we closed it out in 13 minutes and 43 seconds. Also, of course, I routed this and practiced this multiple times. Lots of times, really. And if you made it this far, consider liking the video and checking out Speedrunning Minecraft but on its hardest seed, or speedrunning another one of Dream's manhunt seeds. Thanks for watching. Take care.